What's the word, yo? It's Big Will. I gotta laugh. Life after prison. Yo, listen. This is the shit that I'm talking about, right? I came across this video and it makes me laugh. This is the shit that I'm talking about. You kids out there, right? You wanna act tough. You wanna do crime. Then when that gavel comes down and they hit you with the time, all of a sudden that tough guy, that shit goes out the window. You people get a year, 2 years, and you think it's the end of your life. Let's watch and see what happens. I love this.
Initial survey term of 2 years on that count.
2 years, he fainted. He got 2 years and he fainted. But he was on the corner with that gun saying, "I'll kill your ass." Come on, man. Look at her. What happened? What happened?
I didn't mean to kill Oscar. Ashley, I really didn't.
I didn't mean to kill him.
I didn't mean to hurt him.
No?
That's not me. That's not him. Okay, wow, that first guy just heard his sentencing and he just totally passed out. I mean, that would be probably my reaction. Well, that was Tony Farmer, and he only got a 2-year sentence. He's pretty lucky compared to these next teenagers on our list who were sentenced to life in prison. Well, how's it going, you guys? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. So just before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by the W Brothers. These are two brothers who founded an amazing custom jewelry company. All right, so this chain, it feels so damn good. Like, it actually feels like high quality, and it's really sick. And if you got MA logo or your own custom, they can create virtually any design or idea. It's too short, so don't wait. Click the link. You have a girl who freaked out so bad she started hiccuping. Like it was just uncontrollably. And I remember one time I hiccuped for like 6 months straight. It was really weird. So
the parents testified has a history of being someone who can be manipulated.
So this teenager, Jennifer Mee, was being tried in court for a murder charge, and she just couldn't keep calm. She was freaking out while being handcuffed. Jennifer Mee actually became famous after that video, and after years, she finally talked about that viral video.
What happened to that sweet 15-year-old girl that we first met?
I couldn't even tell you. I got cased up with the wrong crowd of people, really. Unfortunately, when I started experimenting with drugs, I just felt like I was invincible to everything.
Now she will be facing the rest of her life in prison, and she may not have the opportunity to ever leave. And this is after he killed his...
Experimenting with drugs, I just felt like I was invincible to everything.
Now she will be facing the rest of her life in prison, and she may not have the opportunity to ever leave. During the interview, she said that she thinks she deserves about 20 years, but not more than that.
Personally, I feel would be fair is at least 20 years. I do, because yes, somebody's life was taken, somebody's loved one, somebody's child.
Your attorney has said now there's less than a 1% to 2% chance of you ever getting out of here. How do you hold on to hope?
I can't put nothing past God, but I've been locked up since I was 19. I can't stop fighting. I have a family that wants me home.
Next up, at number 8, we have 17-year-old Racelyn Martin, who pleaded...
Right. They want you home, right? They wanted the boy you killed home, too. Come on, man.
Guilty to first-degree murder, and this is after he killed his 63-year-old grandfather with a hatchet. Is this real life right now? He was sentenced to life in prison, and during court, Martin was freaking out. And this guy was just shaking. He was so scared. He was terrified of what was going to happen to him. Well, what else do you think is...
What do you think's going to happen to him? He's going in. He's going to be one of them statistics that becomes somebody's girlfriend. Look at him. He's got that sweet little curly hair. Someone's getting him. Kill his grandfather? He should. He should be tortured.
It's gonna happen to you. Yeah, buddy, you're gonna be in prison for the rest of your life. Okay, let's watch that again, but I'll slow it down a bit for you guys.
You can't.
It must be a very difficult case because both of his parents testified against him.
And appeared to be listening intently to testimony, occasionally nervously looking down. Tonight we heard testimony from both parents.
Moving into number 7, we have the youngest on our list, 13-year-old Cashapp man, who became the youngest person who committed murder in Kent County. Cashapp killed his mom's boyfriend. So after Cashapp's mom actually tried defending her 13-year-old son, the victim's family were outraged and chaos pursued in the courtroom.
That angered relatives of the victim, Jermel Stokes, leading to a scuffle.
The mom was saying that she actually found out her boyfriend was abusing her son and the murder was justified. I don't think that any murder can be justified, and also the mom was fighting.
They probably beating the kid and who knows, maybe molesting him. Could have been justified.
For her son to not be tried as an adult. This is a crazy situation because you have this young kid who is abused, and now because of poor decisions, he's going to prison for the rest of his life.
Well, was it a poor decision? It was, but for him, it's the only way out. Some people, you can't fault them for the murders that they do. It's the only thing they know, the only way they know how to escape. Right? Here's his mother living with this man, probably working, maybe paying the bills, right? Or some of them, or whatever, who knows? Maybe not, maybe, you know, but the mother ain't leaving him, and this is what he's doing to the son. Son finally snaps and kills him, and
this is a child. Yes, he may have committed an adult crime.
The judge was about to sentence her son, Cashapp Mann, for second-degree murder.
But obviously, after it all comes out, he was treated in ways that I had no clue of. So we can't say that, oh, he was never mistreated.
Moving into number 6.
Court physically shaking throughout the hearing. Then the sentence was read.
So therefore, it's the sentence of this court, Mr. Rose, that you be sentenced to serve a minimum of 10 years to a maximum of 15 years in prison.
So that was Stacy Rose Jr., who just couldn't believe his sentencing. Rose Jr. was caught up in a fight when 49-year-old Briscoe came outside to break up the fight. He was a father of one of the teenagers. He's also a father of 5 and a grandfather to 3 grandchildren. Rose Jr. fled the scene on foot through the neighborhood, but eyewitnesses was able to tell the police who the killer was, and he was quick.
He stabbed him to death. 10 years is justified. Should have got the 15 to life. 20 to life.
Arrested. Outside of the courthouse, Rose Jr.'s mom was freaking out because she couldn't believe his sentencing.
My son wasn't a drug dealer. They went over there and stole them pills out of his car.
Rose Jr. was very shocked to know he was sentenced for so long. He claims it was an accident. This teen was just shaking like crazy in the courtroom, and he was just crying.
So he went over to steal pills out of someone's car, and the guy came out and confronted him. So he stabbed the guy and killed him. Excuse me. He stabbed him and killed him. And can't believe that he got 10 years. With a maximum of 15. He got off easy.
Crying right after his sentence. Alright, so at number 5, we have someone who isn't even a teenager yet, and she was freaking out. She appeared on an episode of Beyond Scared Straight. I love that show, and I love how they're like...
Squat.
She's kind of speaking to Gangster for me. I can barely hear what the heck she is saying, but from what I heard, she's not afraid of nobody. Well, until she was taken to a prison to see what her life was going to be like if she didn't change. Well, what you're about to see is someone who I've never seen be so afraid. Different perspectives.
I was brought to, I went to a, oh shit, I lost it. I went to a Scared Straight program, and I walked in and saw the place, and my eyes got big like, and the captain came and told me that he had orders I had to leave because my father was an inmate there. So I couldn't stay because my father had threatened the guys that were part of the program that if any of them had threatened his son or scared him, that he would kill him. So I had to leave the program so there'd be no trouble. Thanks, Pop. God rest in peace.
The opposite of someone freaking out in court, and he seemed to have zero emotions while he was being sentenced. I mean, watch this.
It is hereby ordered that you be committed to the Department of Youth Services until the age of 21, and furthermore committed to the Massachusetts Correctional Institution at Cedar Junction.
This kid was just sentenced to over 40 years in prison, and he didn't even flinch. He was just 14 years old when he stabbed his teacher to death. I mean, I don't know, is he freaking out inside? Number 2.
That's an extreme recklessness, and that's intent. That's
crying for, bud.
That's a definition of malice.
So that was 17-year-old Jacob Morgan from Rock Hill, South Carolina. He found himself in court after he was charged with arson and murder connected with his 14-year-old brother's death. Prosecutors claimed that Morgan maliciously and intentionally started a fire. Morgan was so shocked when he was sentenced.
So therefore, I am going to find that there is probable cause to charge the individual with the found over 4 general.
His life just flashed before his eyes. He didn't think that he would get such a long sentence. He was charged for manslaughter, so he received 10 years for that, and another 15 years for arson, which to me, it kind of doesn't make sense because, well, let's think about it for a sec. 10 years for killing someone, 15 years for setting a house on fire. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
finally, number 1. I count at least 20 officers in that room to retain 19-year-old Dexter Johnson. He was sentenced to death, so yeah, he was pretty pissed off.
The jury has found you guilty of capital murder. In accordance with the laws of the state of Texas, this court hereby assesses your punishment of death. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is going to complete your jury service. I'm going to meet you in the jury room.
So Johnson sat down, and he kind of let it sit in for a few seconds when he was sentenced, and just a few minutes went by when he realized that there's nothing else to lose. This guy just loses his cool, and he just freaks out into a rage. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but the woman in front just booked it to the floor as if there was like a gunman in the room. She was just super scared. It seemed to come out of nowhere. And luckily there were so many police officers around because you never know what else Johnson would be capable of doing. I mean, he's already capable of murder. So what's one more murder to his rap sheet? Well, there you guys have it.
He's getting sentenced to death. Well, how do you think he's going to react? Come on. Videos like this, they crack me up. I love to see these gangsters, they come out. Yeah, they come out, and when they get to before a judge, you see the gangster just get pulled right from them. Their G card, as they call it, get yanked right from them. I love it. I had to do a reaction to this video. I know it was somebody else's video, but let me know what you think. It cracks me up to see these kids. You know, on the streets, you're tough. You tell your parents, go fuck yourself. You leave your teacher, go fuck yourself. And this is what happens. The judge says 10 years, and you're, I'm sorry. Right? And you wipe all them tears off, and then you get into jail, and after being there for a week or so, now you're Joe Tough Guy again. Yeah, I'm here for life. Tell that to the guy that's telling you, get off the top bunk, get in the bottom bunk so you can put it in your ass. You ain't there for life anymore, are you? It's your boy Big Will. Let me know what you think about this. I'm glad more kids have to watch videos like this because it happens. These judges will smoke you. Keep acting a fool. And the worse you kids are out there, the worse you little gangsters are out there, the more heftier sentences you're gonna get. This is your boy Big Will. Hey, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.